Good evening and welcome to the Strategy of the Week for Friday, September 20th, 2013. My name is Jerry D'Ambrosio, Senior Instructor here at VectorVest, and it's my pleasure to present your strategy this evening titled VectorVest Canada Challenge Second Place Winner Revealed. Back on August 2nd, Steve Chappell introduced the VectorVest Canada Challenge in his Strategy of the Week video, and you had the opportunity to win either $500, $1,000, or $1,500. Many people entered, but only 3 could win, and tonight I'll demonstrate the trading plan created by our second place winner who has won $1,000. Even though only 3 people could win prize money, we all end up winners here because we learn new techniques to make money, and that's especially true this week because our second place winner, Jason N., created custom searches to use in his trading plan, and those searches have been inserted into VectorVest 7. For detailed information on the VectorVest Canada Challenge, I recommend watching the Strategy of the Week presentation back on August 2nd, where Steve introduced the challenge. That video will describe what the rules were, the settings of the backtest, and how we scored the entries. Last week, Brian D'Amico talked about some of the rules and explained why we ask you to use the start and end dates required in your trading plan. You can always refer back to Brian's video if you need a refresher, but I'm going to jump right into the VectorVest program and introduce the 2 searches that Jason created. He didn't use any old canned VectorVest search in his trading plan. He decided to get creative and develop 2 of his own, and they both are fantastic searches. Let's jump right in and get started. I'm going to move us from the home page to the Unisearch tool, and let's first talk about the bullish search that Jason used in his trading plan. That search will be located in the Searches Special Searches folder, and the title or name of that search is called Jason's Jewels. Now, I talked to Jason yesterday to get an understanding of how he developed such a tremendous trading plan. He said he developed these searches based on some of the criteria that interested him the most. He wanted to find stocks with rising earnings and also rising earnings growth rate. And we can see the parameters here. He wanted the earnings growth rate to be greater than it was 1 year ago. He wanted the earnings yield and the earnings per share to also be greater than they were 1 year ago. And he also wanted the earnings per share to have gone up more than 25% over the last quarter. You can hardly go wrong buying stocks with rising earnings. He then included a sort that would allow him to find these companies at bargain prices. You can see the sort at the top. We're looking for earnings yield divided by RT descending. So we're looking for high earnings yield, but a low RT. So many of these stocks haven't made a big run yet. You can see from the parameters they still have rising earnings, but he just wanted to catch them at discounted prices. For the shorting search, it will be located in the Searches Short folder, and the title or name of that search is called Jason's Junk. And here he looked for essentially the opposite. He wanted to find stocks that were forecasted to lose money over the next year. We could see we have GRT less than 0. GRT is forecasted earnings growth rate. And he was also looking for stocks that didn't pay a dividend. Now he sorted this search by RT ascending, which brings to the top of the list the stocks that are in the strongest downtrends. If I go ahead and run that search, I'll close our search directory. We can see for the most part we have overvalued stocks with pretty poor fundamentals, no upside potential here, with RVs being well below 1. Most of the RSs are below 1 as well. You can see that most of these stocks are in downtrends. Some have sell recommendations, and look at the earnings growth rates. They're all negative. And not only are they forecasted to lose money, but most of these companies are currently losing money with negative earnings per share. So these are great stocks to short in a down market. Let me go back really quick to the Searches, Special Searches folder, and back to Jason's Jewels. I'll go ahead and run that search, and we'll take a look at some of the stocks that this search finds. If I scroll over to the right, for the most part we're looking at undervalued stocks with pretty good fundamentals. You can see a lot of these stocks have RVs above 1, so we know that they have long-term price appreciation potential. Most of them though have RTs that aren't well above 1. The top one obviously is Air Canada, has an RT of 1.78, but some of these haven't made that run yet. And if we scroll over to the right, we're looking at companies that are forecasted to make a nice chunk of change over the next year and they all are currently making money right now. Now, this next point is a great lesson for us all. Jason also told me that this process was a lot of trial and error. He kept creating searches which were either not very profitable or that lost money. After some work on his part, he finally stumbled upon something that not only fit what characteristics he was looking for in stocks, but actually turned into a very effective trading plan. So let's take these searches here and build Jason's trading plan. Now, the settings for his trading plan can be found in the Views Tonight. We created a PDF file for you in the strategy section. Let's move into the backtester and take a look at that trading plan. I'll go ahead and click on Jason's backtest, and let me just uncheck or remove the DEW timing signals, and I'll pull this up a little bit and close this section down. Here is the name of the search, second place, Jason N. He used the same timing system that Derek used last week. He used the DEW system. Here are the start and end dates. Jason came up with a 580% total gain with 52% winning trades. Commissions were rather low, only $5,700 in commission, with an average annualized rate of return of 114% a year and a max drawdown of 26%. Pretty smooth equity curve. You could see it struggled in 2010. 2011 it made money. 2012 it made money, and it's currently making money again this year. And this trading plan made money every year. We can see even though it struggled in 2010, it did come out on top, and we could see each and every year it continued to make money. And from talking to Todd Schaefer, who's the manager of research here, this is something that we're going to seriously consider as a surefire success trading system. If I come up to edit, we'll take a look at some of the settings of that test. Again, he used the DEW market timing signal. Now, everybody has the ability to perform a back test, but this section here, the market timing section, is only available if you have the Auto Tester add-on module. In the Views Tonight, there is a link that will allow you to take out a 2-week free trial to the Auto Tester and purchase the Auto Tester after that 2-week trial at a discounted price. So again, the Auto Tester is an add-on module to the VectorVest 7 program. If I click on Next, we can take a look at the automation rules for the up situation. He wanted to buy long. He used his bullish search, Jason's Jewels. He used a 35% gain, 15% loss to exit positions. He did simulate intraday stops. If I go to more settings, he wanted to maintain 7 positions on the upside, automatically replacing closed positions. He wanted to open all 7 immediately, and he didn't want to close any open position when entering this situation. He invested the average portfolio value, and the settings at the bottom were the required settings of don't repurchase the same stock for 31 days after sale, and we don't want to buy more than 2% of a stock's average volume. I'll click on Next. For the automation rules for the DEW down situation, he wanted to sell short. He used Jason's Junk, his custom search, for the downside. He tightened up his stop a little bit. He wanted to take profits more quickly on his short position, so he used a 25 gain, 15 loss, also simulating intraday stops. On the downside, he only wanted to maintain 5 positions, automatically replacing closed positions. He wanted to open all 5 immediately, and he did want to close any open position that was open in a different situation. So once a DEW down signal came, he wanted to close all of his long or bullish positions. He wanted to invest the average portfolio value and the same required settings at the bottom. Test date was July 2nd of 2008 to July 31st of 2013. And again, a PDF file in the VectorVest Views Tonight lays out all of the settings here. So again, a very nice equity curve. If I come up to reports, go to the situational summary report. Let's take a look at what the VectorVest Composite did over this 5-year time period. The VVC actually lost a little more than 1% a year, while this trading plan gained 114% a year. We had 43 winning campaigns, 25 losing campaigns, and a campaign is a DEW up signal to a down signal. Another campaign would be a down signal to an up signal, and so on. So we won 63% of the time with 52% winning trades and a CalMAR ratio of almost 2 at 1.77. And if I close the situational summary report, go to the summary report, you can see we had 292 trades. Now that's just a smidge over 1 trade per week. And again, he only spent just about $5,700 in commission. I'll go ahead and close the backtest summary report. So fantastic trading plan here. We want to congratulate Jason for winning second place in the VectorVest Canada Challenge. This concludes tonight's Strategy of the Week presentation. Don't forget to tune in next week when we reveal our first place winner of the challenge. Have a great weekend, everyone.